Hey YouTube, Snowman here. Yeah, I'm laying on the ground, um, underneath the back of my truck. Uh, couple, I'm not gonna lie, a couple months ago, I noticed my exhaust on my truck. There's an exhaust hanger right behind the catalytic converter, one in front of the muffler, one behind the muffler, and one right here before the tailpipe. And it's normal, I guess, but I did the old coat hanger trick, and I wrapped it up, and I cinched it up. Well, every day on the way to work, I hear this squeak. It squeaks, and the exhaust wasn't really secured the way it's supposed to be. So I went to a store called Royal King, and up in here there was an actual mount with a rubber bushing in there, and that was the insulator for the exhaust, so the exhaust could vibrate and be squeak free. Well, it completely rotted out. I live in Western PA, and in Western PA they spray all kinds of chemicals on the roads in the summer, in the winter time, to melt the ice and snow, and it is bad for cars. It just, if you have a car for 10 years around here, you're lucky, because they just rot out. I mean, completely rot out. Probably every car I've ever owned, mechanically, was in tip-top shape. They wouldn't pass the state inspection for safety, because I mean, there were times where I could just literally put my whole arm through the bottom of the vehicle. Um, Everything just rots out. So everything towards the back of this truck, or any vehicle at that matter, um, gets all the salt and all those chemicals, and the de-icing agents they put on the roads. So this mount for the exhaust was completely rotted. So right in here, there was two existing bolts that threaded right directly into the frame, and I went and bought this universal hanger. It's like a metal strap with like a little rubber thing, and then here and here you can pivot this like 180 degrees, however you want it, and then there's a little tab, and it fits under the hose clamp, and that's it. I had to do a little bit of bending, a little bit of custom work to make it work, but I used the existing bolts that held the old exhaust hanger, and I bought a 2¼ inch exhaust clamp, and oh, I'm stuck. Okay, and I got this thing. I mean, I'm pulling on hard. It's fixed. So all I had to do is get my lazy butt under here and look at it, and spray the bolts with Blaster, WD-40 or PB Blast or whatever you want, and I think the clamp was $3, and the exhaust hanger, universal exhaust hanger, was like $2. So let's just put it this way: for less than $10, I fixed my exhaust, and it actually is helping the other hangers that they're in decent shape. They're a little bit rotted, but I don't know if you can see, but you can see that one's it's still functioning. So, but anyhow, had a pretty exciting week, and I don't want to say it was exciting in a good way. I'm not going to get specific, and I'm not really going to say who, but it was someone very close to me. Um, I'll just put it this way: women, they go and they get their women tests, and they get their women parts checked. And I'll just say this person had a mammogram, and they saw some things in those mammogram images that they didn't like. So they wanted to go in and do a biopsy. Okay. Um, Breast cancer is a serious thing. It kills a lot of people, not just women, but even men, I think, can get it too. But when they see something they don't like, when those doctors look at those images and they see something they don't like, they're very, very vigilant. I think that's the word. In diagnosing things like that. So they did a biopsy, and we had to wait a few days. And I tell you what, the things that go on, I mean, for me, I'm speaking for myself, but a lot of things start playing out in your mind when you think about someone you care about a lot, when you love somebody, and you start to think about things like, what happens if something did happen to this person? What would life be like after that? And I was talking to somebody. I said it's very convicting. It's a convicting thing, because then you start to think about, what if this and what if that, and what am I going to do? And I'll just say this: if you got loved ones, if you have, a life partner or a husband or a wife or kids or children or aunts or uncles or people that are very close to you, let them know that you love them so much, and you tell them when you're finished watching this video, you go to them and you tell them how much you care about them, because let's face it, anything could happen at any moment. I know this isn't a real good feel good moment right now. People don't want to think about that, but it's a reality. And I've said it before in some of my videos. You go in, and whoever's close to you or whoever's part of your life, you give them a hug, you give them a kiss, and you hug them, and you tell them how much you love them, because nothing's guaranteed in this life. So, but you know what? The test results came back negative. So I'm grateful. I'm very happy for that. And it really put a lot of different things in perspective and created a lot of different thoughts inside my mind. And I think it's just human nature. That's what people do. When you're faced with adversity or something that challenges your mind, I tell you what, it's a powerful tool. So yeah, it was not a very happy or cheerful couple days waiting for those results to come back, but those couple days I learned a lot about myself and where I stand in this world, and maybe some things that I need to do a little differently. So I guess it was a good thing. So I know it's kind of a weird video. I'm laying underneath my truck fixing my exhaust, but I thought this would be a good moment. I could show you my exhaust fix and talk about what happened. So with that being said, it's Thursday night. I'm about to go in and get something to eat. I'm going to relax. I'm going to be with my family. So tomorrow's Friday. We all know what that means. Let's get up tomorrow morning. Whatever you do in the morning, get something to eat. Eat a breakfast. And whatever it is you do on your daily routine, whatever you do for work or whatever you do at your home, do it 110% and love every minute of it. And like I said, if you have a chance, take a moment and tell the people around you how much you truly care about them. God bless my family, your family, living and deceased. Every day's a holiday, and every meal's a feast. Good night.